Welcome back to another new video on Vedic astrology and palmistry. In this video, we are going to learn about one very important concept when we are learning about palm reading. If you want to, if you're like really interested in learning what's written in your hands, you can master it. You have to learn the basics, the fundamentals. And when I speak about the fundamental, one of the most important fundamental in learning palmistry or palm reading is our mounts of palmistry. In Hindi, we call it as parvat. Like every planet has a different mount, and every mount has a different energy pertaining to something in your life. So, we are going to discuss about the mounts in palmistry. I'm going to showcase some of the live examples which we are going to take. So, it's going to be a bit of a masterclass for all the mounts. We'll try to go very much in depth in this topic. So stay tuned and stay connected. Hit the like button. Let me know if you guys are already watching this video, and we are going to learn a lot about this topic of mounts in palmistry. I'm sure many of you have already watched a lot of videos related to palm reading in my previous videos. You have you might have acquired a lot of knowledge about lines, about the colors of the hand. You might be familiar with the planets and planetary energies in life. But this video we will directly focus into the mounts, and I'm going to showcase, because in the previous videos I have always been just talking. I've spoken a lot. Now we have to dive deep into and look into the practicality of it, like how things really look in live palm, in like live hands, which I'm going to show. So I have a couple of live hands today with me, and we will start focusing on that. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, please follow, hit the like button. Let me know you guys are watching this video. Thank you so much for all your support and love. I really appreciate that. So let's move into the very first hand, which I see here. I'm sure you can see this hand on the screen, which I have displayed. So let's start with the mounts. Now, when we talk about mounts in palmistry, mounts are the mounts are very powerful. Mounts hold the key energy points. That's why in my thumbnail you might have seen that the massive energy points in your hands. So mounts hold that, you know and one of the biggest mount in your palm is the mount of Jupiter. This one, the mount which you see right here, that's the mount of Jupiter. This is like the Mount Everest of all the mounts. When I say Mount Everest, the highest, and you will see this is like the most highest. Either this or the Mount of Venus, which is right below the thumb area. These two are like the massive. These are the Mount Everest and the Mount K2, like the two highest point in the palm. And specifically in this era, this is what people see. This is what people want in life. Like if you're looking for the most materialistic gains, financial gains, career growth, then these are the mounts which are what we have to see, we have to analyze, enhance. Let's go step by step. Let's study the very first mount. So the very first mount is right below your index finger, which is your first finger, the index finger. Right below that, if you can see on the screen, is the mount of Jupiter, Guru. So what exactly is mount of Jupiter over there? Where does it start? Where does it end? It starts right below the finger where I have drawn this marking. Let me take another pen. Okay, this is where the mount of Jupiter starts, goes to the, here. It touches the headline, comes here, and goes back. So this area is connected with the Jupiter energies or in a person's life. So when I say Jupiter, what does Jupiter bestows? Number one thing which Jupiter bestows or Jupiter gives is abundance. Abundance in financial growth, abundance in family, abundance, in prosperity. Jupiter's nickname is abundance because, as per the Vedic astrology, whenever we have a good Jupiter in our birth chart or in our hands, it always expands. It always, exaggerates, expands, and give you multiple things. So if you're looking for like house, and if the amount of Jupiter is very good, you'll be blessed with like big house. If you're looking for cars, you'll be blessed with big cars. If you're looking for a career growth, you'll be blessed with a very massive, very big career growth in a person's, in anyone's, in your life. So that's the amount of Jupiter. And as you can see in this, specifically in this picture, the amount of Jupiter is well developed, it is well raised. And when I say well raised, because if you see, this part seems to be a little up, and it is extended, like in this case, specifically case by case, you see it goes all the way till here. And this is like, the biggest, it is expanded and Jupiter is the biggest in this hand. So definitely, if you're studying palm, like if I have to do palm reading, and if this person comes to me for a reading, for a palm reading, when see the hands, the very first impression which I can say is, wow, you have a very good amount of Jupiter, you are knowledgeable, you are resourceful, you are skillful, you are a person of a good karma in this life. See, palmistry is a science. It is 99%, it is science. Why 99? Why not 100%? Why not 90? Why only 99% is because there is, beyond palmistry, there are things like energy and aura. So palmistry is definitely a 99% science. If you decode it, if you learn it, then the second step, that remaining 1% is your, how spiritually you move forward in this field. So the amount of Jupiter, definitely, if the bigger it is, the more financial gains in your life will be. So that's the amount of Jupiter. Now, on the amount of Jupiter, how to study it in depth, like, in depth study of amount of Jupiter, you have to see signs, lines. For example, I do see in this hand there are some lines like this which is going on. Let me zoom in and see if I can zoom in for you. And yeah, perfect. Wow, what a clarity, what a clarity of hand. That's a beauty, like, before the Zoom era, before like 2014, 2013, before like the good smartphones, people used to come in person for the palm reading because online was very difficult. But now every one of you have iPhones, everyone you have smartphones. And if you click a nice picture in a daylight, you can send me your pictures and look at the clarity what we get. It's like, as if I'm doing a live in person reading. Nevertheless, so let's move with the lines, the signs which I see over here. I do see some lines over here on the mount of Jupiter. These lines which are going like this indicates abundance in knowledge, education. And whenever we see lines on the mount of Jupiter, it does indicate, yes, the mount is active. In fact, this is a thumb rule for all the mounts. On all the mounts, if there are lines, it means that that area is definitely active. Something is happening related to that planet. Something is happening related to that planetary energy in your life. For example, look here on the mount of Sun. What a beautiful vertical line. Look here on the mount of Saturn. What a beautiful vertical, multiple vertical lines going here. So definitely they all represent something. They all say, they also speak something or the other about that mount. So mount is definitely active. Okay, if there is no lines, if there is no sign, it means that yes, you have that mount, but that planet is not yet, or is not active in this year for you to bestow that. So here, right below the index finger in this part, if you see signs like triangle, or if you see like a square, if you see like a star, if you see a fish sign coming in over here, or vertical lines coming in over here, that is always a good news. That means that your Jupiter is strong. You are going to get something, a big news in next coming few months or few weeks. So the index finger, this is the mount of Jupiter. The next is this mount of Saturn, which is exactly below the middle finger. This was my reel. I just did a Instagram reel yesterday, and the topic was the mount of Saturn. And in that, I have spoken about if you have like vertical lines on the mount of Saturn like this, it is very good sign that your career is going to rise, your career is going to be promising. If you have one line, it indicates that yeah, your career will be stable in one specific sector. But in this hand, I see one big line branching into another line, and then there's one more line starting. So multiple career is what I see for this person. With a good Jupiter is definitely a good. This is a very good hand. This person is going to rise. This hand, I am not sure whose hand is this, because a lot of you always keep sharing your palms on emails or Instagram, and I do take consent. Like, can I share your palm and do a reading without anonymously? Of course, I never take name, or I don't know, because I have like more than thousands of palm already who wanted online reading. Not, these are not my clients palm. Those are, very confidential. Only if you consent, then I can, display, and we can study more about that. If no consent, no problem. Everything is, private, confidential, right? So yeah, so I don't remember who is this, but whoever is this is, have a very good career path. Because from, if we see like the past of the career path, the career line is coming up very strong over here, going towards the mount of Saturn. That does indicate, yes, a very good stability. But somewhere in between, you see there are some multiple lines also which are starting, which is the indication. And on the same line, there are branches which are happening, which is an indication that this hand, this person is going to get multiple opportunities in the place, in the office where this person is working. This person will be blessed with more promotions and a guaranteed name, fame, and recognition. A guaranteed leadership position for this person is definitely there. If there is a example hand which I have, which I ever have to show you for a very good leadership position in career, then it will be this, because of the very stable Saturn line, very good mount of Jupiter, very developed mount of Jupiter, and because of this sun line. So the sun line is very strong. Sun gives recognition, sun gives promotion, rewards, credibility, that fame. So sun line is very good for this hand. It's a very good case study which we are doing today. It's a very good hand, which I'm really enjoying this hand reading over here now. So I am sure you have understood the mount of Saturn. So far we have studied the mount of Jupiter, the mount of Saturn. If you have not hit the like button, please, if you're understanding this reading, hit the like button. If this is resonating to you, hit the like button. Let me know you guys are watching, and comment below. Let me know if you have any questions. Once I'm done with the case study, I will talk to you guys. All right. So the third mount is the mount of Sun. This is the mount of Sun. The mount of Sun is seems to be a little debilitated, like it's little down. It's not up like this part. This part is very up, but the Sun mount is down. However, the good news is we have a vertical line over here. That's a good news. This indicates that this person is either born with Sun as a debilitated Sun, like Sun would be in the sign of Libra, or Sun would be in Saturn's zodiac sign, which is Capricorn or Aquarius. So this person looks like Libra, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Capricorn energies, but do have a promising vertical sun line, which promises that there is going to be a good recognition and good reward for this person for sure. And it's not a small sun line; it's a very big sun line. Typically people have small sunline and they get happy that, oh, I have sunline, I have sunline. But you needed a big sunline, which in this picture, if you see, the sun energy starts right here, like this, and goes till the top, and it is flowing along with the fate line over here. So that is good. That is a very fantastic hands. So I'm sure you would have understood the amount of sun also. The amount of sun gives name, fame, recognition. Okay. The amount of Saturn gives career growth, responsibility, discipline. The amount of Jupiter gives abundance, knowledge, persistence, and wisdom. Now let's focus on the fourth mount, the mount of Mercury. It gives you communication skills, it gives you short distance traveling, all your online communication, offline communication, everything is dependent on the amount of the amount of Mercury. And if you have like multiple vertical lines, I can do see a vertical lines coming in over here for this hand. It's a good sign that this person is going to travel a lot, will have excellent communication skills. Why not? Because we can do see a good career going in, a good leadership going in, a good knowledge, and the knowledge will be used for presenting or well spoken personality overall, a well spoken personality. But hang on, so far everything is good, but not everything is good. There are some problems also. We are not bestowed with everything. Yes, you would have like a very good career, you would have a very good health, good finances, but what about your marriage? You would have a very good marriage, you would have very good family, but what about your career? There's something or the other which is always there in anyone's or everyone's life, right? Not any, not even a single life is perfect. So Mount of Mercury energies are here. So we have covered four mounts so far. Now let's go to the biggest mount, which is the Mount of Venus, our fifth mount. This mount, which is right below the thumb area, it starts with this line. Okay, above this line is the thumb. Above this line is the thumb. There will be one line over here at the base of your thumb over here. There will be a line. So from there starts is the Mount of Venus. It touches the lifeline, goes back, have a nice curve, and this part, it will be typically a roundish part. And the Mount of Venus is the biggest mount because, as per astrology, Venus is the biggest planet in terms of its Mahadasha. 20 years, the highest Mahadasha of Venus, 20 years. Venus bestows money, love, creativity. Venus gives luxury. Luxury means like very high end luxury. Venus is associated with marriage also, partnerships, and creative, how creatively we speak or we deal in our life. So you see all these vertical lines coming in over here in this impression, they are a good sign. Any fish, any star, any triangle, any signs coming in this part of your hand will signify that yes, that area of your life is busy, which means your Venus is activated, which means you will be blessed with money, finance, attraction, and also luxury in your life. So you have to really embrace that. You have to really have a gratitude if you have a very well developed Venus in your life. It's good. After Venus comes is the moon. The amount of moon is exactly in this part of the hand. And if you have like lines going in like this over here, it indicates that the amount of moon is very active. Let me show you one more example of the amount of moon for more better clarity. Just give me one quick moment. Yeah. So this hand. So in this hand, if you see in this palm, the amount of moon is exactly starts at the base of the hand. You have to come till the middle over here, and then go up. You have to come and stop here below the upper Mars, and here, and yes, this is the mount of Moon. And we do see like these lines going in. Sometimes the fate line starts here, which indicates that yeah, your life is going to be, you will do something very creatively. Mount of Moon is active. It also indicates your emotionality, how emotional you are, how creative you are. And if you have like lines, signs, stars going around here, it is a very good indication of you will be very caring in personality. You are emotional, but you will be very caring. You will care for other. You will be people's person, and that's what we need in this life, to care for each other. Care is very important, to take care of everyone, to feel that mankind is seen from here. If this part is debilitated, if the moon is not developed, there is no mankind. Or uh, basically, you need a very good amount of moon here for a good emotionality with in everything in life. Moon also indicates traveling, like some of these lines over here, as you can see, are indicating long distance travels for this person. And next to moon comes is the mount of Saturn, which is between Venus and moon. So the mount of Saturn is exactly placed here, which is one of the spiritual mount. And having like a triangle sign here like this, or like a star which I can see for this person, it's a sign that this person is going to be very spiritual in life, because Ketu, or the mount of Ketu, which is the south node, gives good energies related to spiritual path. And 180-degree opposite to mount of Ketu is the mount of Rahu, the north lunar node, which is right in the center of the hand, center. And any lines or signs going in over here is an indication that the mount of Rahu is active. Specifically, if there is like this one line going, touching your heart line, going like this, touching your head line, and touching your lifeline like this, if you have like one massive line flowing all the way, is an indication that Rahu is active. What does Rahu give? Foreign connections, networking, connections with unknown people, unknown places, sudden money, sudden wealth. And specifically on the mount of, you look at this beautiful, there is like a cross X you see with this line. This is indication of sudden wealth, and the life becomes very mysterious also. Very mysterious life. Not an easy life, but mysterious life. Interesting life, I would say. And the last mounts which I have to discuss is the Mars. For Mars, we have two planes of Mars, upper Mars and the lower Mars. Upper Mars is right here. They say it starts from below the heart line and ends here, where above the moon. So this is Mars. This is for property, real estate, investments. Like I can see there is this line going in here, some lines coming here. It is an indication that this person is going to have properties, more the lines, more the properties, more the real estate investments going in your life. Mars also indicates a good physical energy. So if your headline is going and touching and going, reaching the mount, indicates that you are you have a very good willpower, you have a very good strong mind, and your strong mind is supporting your strong body, physical. So mind body connections are very good. And this is the lower Mars is here typically. And uh, lines, horizontal lines like this is not a good sign. It's a bad Mars here. This Mars over here is bad. This Mars over here is good Mars, bad Mars. Bad Mars indicates frustration, short temperedness, anxiety. If you have like a lot of lines going in here, will indicate you get pissed off very easily on others. You're like short tempered, like specifically below the thumb, one big line. Some text says that this is the Manglik line. Manglik is one concept in the Hindu astrology, Manglik Rekha, Manglik line. So you're Manglik, you're short tempered. You can easily figure out from palm whether you're Manglik or not. So these are all the different mounts of palmistry. Now let's go back to your questions. Any questions coming in? Would be interesting to see your all your questions coming in. So I want to also show some one more palm which I had, a very interesting palm. Let me share. So this was one of the palm, and you see now you have to do this homework, that what mounts are good, what mounts are not good. So let's go step by step and try to learn which are the best planets, which are the best planetary energy in this hand, and which are the weak planetary energies in this hand. So let's do this together. Let's start with the first mount, the mount of Jupiter. As you all can see, the mount of Jupiter is very much well developed. So definitely Jupiter mount is very good. So we will write down like good planets here. Then comes is the mount of Saturn. You see the mount of Saturn is debilitated. It is little down. I do see a line over there, but it's a wavy line. It's a little wavy line. It's not like a straight line, not a straight vertical line. Little waves are there, and little intersections are happening over there. It's so I will write down Saturn a here, like Saturn. We will take it as like a medium strong, not like a best strong. Then comes is the mount of Sun, which is right here next to the mount of Saturn. So the mount of Sun has, yes, one vertical line over here, and it is better. It is little up than this part. So the mount of Sun is also good. So we'll write down Sun here, Saturn here. Then comes this Mercury. Wow, look at this massive Mercury mount. The mount of Mercury is very massive. So definitely Mercury is very strong. Look at the Venus. This is the Venus part. I don't see much lines over there. In fact, there are more horizontal lines coming in over here. So Venus is inflated. It is good, but not to bestow the best of the things. So I'll write down Venus here. So these are like medium planets. These are like stronger planets. Okay. Let's see the mount of Moon. The mount of Moon is here. Not even a single line. There's just one small, very light line going in this way, but not more lines. So, of course, Moon is not very strong. Ketu, the mount of Ketu is here. Again, there is this lifeline touching here, but that's the part of the lifeline. I don't see the aura of Ketu also very strong over here. So I'm going to write down the Ketu in in here, like not very strong. Ketu, Moon are here. Mars is here. Again, Mars, there is no lines, but see, it is inflated. It is a little up. Mars energies are good, so I'll write down Mars energy in a in a good way. But wait, hang on. You see this lower Mars? The lower Mars is very strong. Actually, Mars, this person is very short tempered with a lot of horizontal lines going in this direction. It's a sign of a lot of, like, physically very fit and fine, all good, but the Mars energies are the biggest problem for this person. Now Rahu is all good, which is in the center over here. Still there is a depthness over here in this part it seems like little low, little down, so I'll write down Rahu here. So that's the analysis, a quick analysis basically. It's not a complete palm reading. For a complete palm reading, I might take another 1 more hour to detailed discussion about every line, every energy. But this is just to give you a quick idea about how can you analyze which are the strong mounts or which are the weak mounts in anyone's hand. So in short, Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury are good. When Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury are good, it's a very good indication that Mercury is a well-spoken personality, talkative personality. Jupiter is knowledge, and Sun is a good name in the in the society. So this hand, this person will have very knowledgeable talks going around. People will respect him because this is a male hand. The people will respect him for his talks, his knowledge. Will be bestowed with good health because of good sunlight going in over there. But life is a little struggle with regards to the marriage and the money. Finances and marriage is a little struggle because I don't see a strong marriage line going in the hand. And the money is there, but only after hard work. This is the hand of hard work. This is not a smooth. We have to see the texture also. We have to see the flexibility. Flexibility is little hard. Texture is little hard. So only after hard work is this personality is going to get money in life, but is going to travel a lot, is going to have lots of you know different connections with people from different cities and places overall, but will be easygoing person. uh, but we should not mess with this person because of a lot of short tempered lines going in over here. All right, so yeah, that's the beauty of mount. There's a quick question coming in. Which hand should we analyze, the left hand or the right hand? So, the hand which we prefer is the active hand. The dominant hand plays the key role. So, if you write with your right hand, then always check these mounts in your right hand because that's the future. If you want to look into your future, if you want to look into your past, present, and future, then we have to look at both the hands. Then past, present, future are is everything in this part of the palmistry. Palmistry can really help you to understand your personality, life forces, life energy. Palmistry can definitely give you ideas, or it can predict about your, like, what career path you should be in, how will be your health, how will be your overall financial conditions. Should you take risk or should you avoid taking unnecessary risk in life? It can definitely give a very good idea about like how Vedic astrology give guidances. uh, you know so there is a quick question coming in from, is it true that for females left hand is seen and for males right hand? Absolutely not. That's a very old school. This used to be like 50, 60 years back. People used to talk about that females left hand, male right hand. Because back then, like 50, 80 years back, females, a lot of females used to not work in corporates. They were just bounded at home. They were only at home. But now there is no comparison between male or female. Females are equally advancing in life, in fact more than men in life. And I think today or tomorrow was like men's day, so happy men's day to every one of you out there. uh, Whenever it's like female day, sorry, whenever it's like women's day, happy women's day, there is like all Google going around. There is so many posts going around, but uh, for men there is nothing. So yeah, that's okay. So uh, look at the active hand. Like if you're female, look at your active hand. If you're a male, look at your active hand, your dominant hand. That is what is more important to understand today. All right, so hit the like button. Let me know you were watching this video, and thank you so much for tuning in to this masterclass of Mount. Tomorrow's live will again be very interesting. We will take more live examples and more case studies of palms. Definitely, you can share your palm on my Instagram, or you can send your palm on, if you're like on TikTok or Instagram, you can share the palms there, and I can consider, I can make it in a folder and if I resonate, if I see some lines or energy coming in, I can definitely pick your palm in the next reading. Thank you so much. Wish you all the very best. Guys, good luck, and you guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow.